I'm with Julian Dobson after a roundtable discussion about the big society. And just before everybody disappears, Julian, give me a bit of a recap of why you and New Start magazine helped bring this together.
Okay. Well, we got together with the National Association of Neighbourhood Management because we felt that there's a lot of stuff that's going on in communities at the moment, and a lot of stuff that's been happening over the last 10 years and beyond that really needs to be taken into account when developing the whole idea of the big society network and the kind of political stuff that goes with that. In particular, we're aware that neighbourhood management and community organisations that have developed over the last decade or two into the role of community anchors, into the role of stimulators of community activity. The learning from that really needs to be taken on board in terms of developing anything that comes for the future. And people who are being trained up as community activists, community organisers in the future need to be learning from what has gone well and what has gone badly in the past. There needs to be a connection between the experience of people who've been there and done it and people who are just coming up and just about to do it and are experimenting with all sorts of new stuff, new technologies, new ways of connecting. So it's about bringing together some of the people who are involved in all of that. And what we had in the room today was a very interesting bunch of people, some of whom are experimenting with new technologies, social media, new ways of doing things, new ways of bringing people together. Some people who had existing expertise and knowledge of community development, of what's been done in the past, what's been learned, what has gone right, what has gone wrong. So what we're trying to do is connect up the connectors. We're trying to bring together not just one bunch of organisations that have been involved in communities, but a whole range of people who can learn from each other and who can share that learning with new people.
And what happens next? Obviously you're well placed as a magazine to connect with a much wider audience.
Yeah, well certainly what we want to do is get the debate in the open through the magazine, get more people involved, get comments, but more importantly, through the magazine and through the National Association of Neighbourhood Management, what we want to do is start investigating ways of creating a hub for the learning that's already taken place, and the way of applying that in a creative way, in a collaborative way, to everything that happens in the future with big society. We think it's really important that this is something that's collaborative, something that's shared, and not just another contract for another consultancy somewhere that will decide that it has the model for training up community organisers or sharing learning or any of the rest of it. We want to bring together a whole load of people who can learn from each other, and I think that's at the heart of what we want to achieve, and that's what we're now looking at in terms of getting reflections back from the people who are involved today.
And as journalists, you're in the business of telling stories, so I guess the tone should be conversational, good stories.
Absolutely, good stories, what's worked, what's gone wrong, what were the great disasters, what were the great successes, but more than that, it's about what are the things that change people's attitudes, what are the things that have actually created significant shifts, particularly in public services and in local government, because there are a load of people out there who are employed by municipal authorities, who are employed in government agencies, who really need to get this as well, and so it's creating those links that's also important.